So what is the test plan? Nothing but it is a test plan is one of the important document. Like for example, you can assume we are planning to go for the tour. So before going to the tour, what things we can do? We need to plan. Like, okay, how many numbers we are going and what date we need to fix, and we need to book the ticket. And after went for there, we need for the accommodation. And after went there, and how to we can travel for that places. Like we can book for the travel or anything. So this everything will be planned. Same way we can do for the performance testing also. We need to do for the test plan. Like we need to plan. Okay, what is the our object, what is the our scope, and what is the our entry criteria. So entry criteria nothing but it is all prerequisites are satisfied or not, we need check. Prerequisites nothing but so if it is a which tool we need to use and which protocol we can use, what is the environment, and this all things it is coming from the prerequisites. Means in the test plan we need to mention for the this all prerequisites satisfied or not, and what are the scenarios we are testing. Like we have the applications, Facebook application, Twitter application, Paytm application. These applications all we are doing. So what are the testing? So you need to mention the document. Okay, we are doing for these three applications, and as same to the you need to mention for the like what are type of kinds of testing you are doing, and you need to mention for the what time you are starting your scripting, what time you are starting for the execution, and when you are like sign off date. So these all things we can mention in the test plan. Okay, so we'll open one Excel sheet. So how to we can prepare, I will show you. I think we have the test plan will be there. I will open that. That's will be, you can understand is. Okay. Now you can observe test plan will be look like this. So for here we are mentioning for the what are the scenarios we are testing. So this is the banking application, and you can observe scenario name like cash withdrawal and internet fund transfer and RTGS and POS purchase. So this all will be we are doing for the scripting. For this point of view, how many number of users we are executing and volume per day, and we need to give for the TPS, and after that scripting status. Like you need to mention for the scripting status, like what time you are like we are completed 50% or 20%. So based on that you need to mention here, and execution. So when we can start your this execution dates, and as same to the we need to mention for the this all things like steps. So I think so this is the test plan. We need to prepare the test plan like this. And we have one more also will be there. We'll see that. What is that? Yes, same document only. No worry. Okay, so means we need to mention this all things. Like you are doing for the performance testing means we need to start with the like what are the scenarios we are testing, and what is the each and every scenario, what is the user load, like virtual users, like how many users we want to execute the test, and we need to scripting status, like when we can start the scripting, like when we do for the execution. So this all things we can mention the document. This once we can prepare this document, right, we need to send for the approval point of view our project manager. So once you can approve, okay, you will look on that document, okay, is executing these scenarios, and this is the starting for the scripting time and execution. He can understand. Then what he can do means you can start. Okay, the test plan is good. Then you can start your test. Then you need to prepare for the workload model. So workload model also nothing but same like as a test plan only. But main thing will be important thing will be we need to like load like each and every scenario, how many users we are executing, and as to we need to mention one more columns like think time, pacing, and calculation will be there. That will be we can discuss later, but just you can assume in the workload model means what are the things will be there means each scenario, what is the user load, like you can give as a this is also user load, assume 100, and this is the 140, means this is the number of users load I'm giving 130, and we can give it as a 230, and can give as a 210, and we can give as a 150 and 200. So this is the user load, and after that these columns will be no need for us. So we need to mention for the after this we need to mention the some think time will be there, think time, and one more column is the pacing. So think time nothing but it's a delay between the actions to action. For example, we are performing, you can go to the, I think we have the application, right? For example, you're logging to the application, and after launch and you are entering some data like username, password you are entering. So in between action to action, some delay it is happen, right? As a real time, maybe I am a good for type, then I will very fastly I will type, and this delay will be very less. Maybe someone will be typing is not speed is good, then their speed will be very less, then some delay happens. So actions to action, some delay, we can call it as a think time. So we can discuss later, that is no worry. Pacing nothing but it is a iteration to iteration, like iteration nothing but entire business flow is completed, like Facebook is a one time execution is completed, second time you are executing means in between first iteration and second iteration we are giving for the some delay, that is the pacing. Like iteration to iteration we can call it as a pacing. So we can give it as a 10 seconds is the pace, this one, and after that pacing we are giving for the 60 seconds. So like this we need to prepare for the workload model, like how many scenarios we are executing, and what is the user load, and what is the think time, what is the pacing, and we need to mention for the SLA also. SLA nothing but service level agreement. Already told, right? Each and every transaction 2 seconds is a universal SLA. So we need to give for the each transaction also Control D, and this is the SLA. And after SLA, so these all things we can mention the document. Then this everything is ready. Then what we can do? We can directly go to the controller and we can execute, right? So that is the way we need to prepare for the workload model. So it's clear everyone, workload model, what are the things will be there. So after that, test data. So test data nothing but we want to test the, like for example, here we can assume this particular cache with the we want test with the 550 users. 550 users means you need for that data, like 550 username and password. That data you need to gather. Like we can prepare the data using for the our script or using for the database. We need to prepare that data in the test plan, test data, that is the test data. So this is the up to this is the points 1 to 4, and after that fifth points onwards we guys will be know, like script recording enhancements and design scenario and text execution and result analysis and reporting and recommendation, risk and mitigations. Like script recording enhancements where we can do we are doing for the VUser, like virtual user generator. Using that, we can record the script, and after that, it will generate for the script statement, and we can do for the some scripting enhancements. And design scenario and test execution. So how many number of users we want to design, and how much duration we want to execute the test. So that all things we can do for the end controller. And results analysis. So results analysis, where we can do for the using of the analyzer tool, we can do for the analyze the results, like each and every transaction we are meeting our SLA or not, you need check. And after that, we can prepare the report, and we need to give for the some recommendations. So this is the end-to-end testing process. It's clear, everyone? Hello?
Yes, sir.
I think yesterday I'm actually I missed to send that document to in our group. Today I will send this document to in group. Please go through the starting onwards, like what is the performance testing. Tomorrow I will ask for the interview questions. What is the performance testing, and what are the tools in the market, and how many components in load runner, and what is the load runner architecture, and what is the PT life cycle. In that PT life cycle, what is the POC, what is the non-functional requirements. If it is client provided, this all details. If you not client provided, and what is this, and what is the test plan, what is the workload model, and what is the test data, and everything I will ask for the interview questions for the tomorrow session. Okay. So today I'm closing because this is the important thing. So if you went for the interviews, definitely they will ask for this kind of questions. And same to the cross-checking point also they will ask. Maybe you did proxy and you clear, right? If you went to office, right, they will ask for the what process you are following your organization. Then you need to know for this all things. Then only you can tell these things means okay, he worked on okay, good knowledge having for the PT life cycle or process. Okay. So I will share that document to everyone in our group and take that and you can read it. Okay. So we'll meet tomorrow and we'll continue our classes. Okay. Tomorrow onwards will be scripting only. It will. Okay. Thank you for joining everyone.